President Trump says he wants more U.S. control of the Arctic island. There's already a very strong American military presence there. NewsNation's Marcus Espinoza is with us. Marcus, good morning. Yeah, a lot of people don't know about this base. Tell me more about this icy military post.
Yeah, icy is the word. Right now, there's zero daylight basically all day up at that base. It's really interesting. It's quite literally the northernmost eye of American defense, located hundreds of miles north of Greenland's local population. Pituffik Space Base may be remote, but it's key to watching other nations. The base supports operations including missile warning, missile defense, and space surveillance. That includes a radar warning station to detect launches of ballistic missiles. And while the base is locked in by ice most of the year, about 9 months, the airfield remains open year-round. Gained a lot of attention in March when Vice President J.D. Vance visited to brief troops on Arctic security. While he was there, he told Guardians their mission is essential. Here's what the president had to say Friday.
NATO has been dealing with us on Greenland. We need Greenland for national security very badly. If we don't have it, we have a big hole in national security, especially when it comes to what we're doing in terms of the Golden Dome and all of the other things.
So we've heard about that Golden Dome. The president mentioned in his proposed $175 billion missile defense shield, and officials say that base is vital to making that entire thing work.
Well, thank you for telling us more about the base. All this, as we know, a handful of European countries are announcing that they're going to deploy military personnel to Greenland to participate in a recon mission. What's that about, Marcus?
Personnel. They're not sending armies here,
not
right?
Troops.
This is not a troop mission here. Basically individuals to try to gauge the situation on what's going on. So 9 European nations began deploying their troops in a way this week. The mission is to scout conditions for a new Danish-led exercise called Operation Arctic Endurance. While the number of troops are small, as I mentioned, the symbolism is significant. France has deployed 15 mountain specialists. Germany sent a team basically to recon the area of 13. And while Sweden, Norway, the UK, and others have also dispatched troops as well. These teams are preparing for a more permanent NATO presence, a move Denmark defense minister says is critical, while the White House maintains that presence will not alter the president's goal of acquiring the island. Also interesting to note, most of the time there's only one flight in and out of Greenland a week. And right now it is very cold, it is mostly dark, and then other parts of the year it is nothing but sun all day. So it's a very extreme part of the world.
I heard that people are very nice, though, in Greenland.
They must be, right? I mean, you got to get along with your neighbors. There's not many of them out there.
And not much sunshine either, so you need to find it somewhere. Marcus Espinoza, thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.